Hi pals, how are you doing? Today, okay, we're just gonna see how this goes because I have a friend with me. But I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Okay, I feel like I need to breathe. Oh my god, this is gonna be difficult. Right. Hi. I feel like whenever I put the camera on, I feel like I'm in filming mode, so I'm like thinking I can cut out things if it doesn't go to plan, but when I film podcasts, then I'm very much like no editing. So yeah, it's November the 29th when I'm filming this, and let me tell you about my peaks and pits because then I can explain something. But apologies for the background noise. I just feel like we're just gonna have to deal with it. This might be my new normal. Okay, pits first. So, yes. Have I done a podcast? Yeah. My last podcast was after my breakdown, so this is the second one. I have been on venlafaxine for like a month, almost 2 months now. Yeah, I want to say I went on it in the beginning of November. No, beginning of October. And it's nearly the beginning of December. Where has time gone? So yeah, I started venlafaxine at the start of October. I've increased my dose once before to like I don't know if it was like the normal dose or whatever, but I've increased it again, and now I'm getting a lot of the side effects. So I've got like nausea, I have headaches and like tiredness, and there was something else. Like I'm very shaky, and there was something else. I can't remember, but basically just all the side effects that kind of happen when you're apparently going on venlafaxine. One sec, let me just move this. So yeah, my pit is that the change in medication has like been difficult to navigate, but I increased my dose because I feel like I'm doing better than I was, but I'm not like, I know I won't be 100% ever, maybe, but I'm like not back to where I was a couple months ago, you know, which is where I want to be. I don't know if that'll happen with meds changing or if I need to do something else, but right now nothing else is really an option for me. So yeah, I don't know if my new normal is just to not have any motivation and not feel 100% and just be like flat all the time, or if there is a solution and that meds will help. So at the moment I'm just trying to see what will happen. But yeah, I've upped my dose and we're gonna see if that helps. If it doesn't, I'll try something else, but if it does, then that's great. And sometimes I feel like, oh god, sometimes I feel like I don't really want to be talking about the meds that I'm on because, I don't know, I don't want to trigger anyone. I know it's a sensitive subject, but I also feel like talking about it is important because we're all struggling, and it's, even though it's not as taboo as it once was, it is still quite taboo, you know. So yeah, I'm on meds. I've been on and off meds since I was 15, but this is the first time I've been on venlafaxine, so yeah, this is just my experience. I've heard from a lot of friends that that it can be very harsh on them and it didn't work out for them, so we'll see. But one thing, this might be TMI, but one thing I was told that it might help with is like gut function, And I know that gut health can be really interlinked with mental health, and it's actually helped me a lot. So that's one good thing about it. And I don't have like really difficult stomach aches every day now, which I was before. So yeah, if you struggle with like IBS and mental health stuff, maybe check to see if they're interlinked, and some medications can help with both. So yeah. Okay, my peak is that I have a friend. The reason I don't want to tell you about this was because I'm having some like issues with my landlord, and of course I wouldn't do anything that I'm not allowed to do. So I do think I'm entitled to having a pet, because I have a letter from my doctor to say that they would suggest a cat as an emotional support animal, so that is protected. And there is a law that states that consent is the default for having pets, unless your landlord says you can't have one for a good reason within 28 days. And my landlord has not answered me with an answer for about 2 months now. So for now, I'm looking after a baby. But for the purpose of this video, I'm looking after her until her mother wants her back. Her mother lives on a farm in Lewis, and she's just gorgeous, and I'm so happy to be looking after her. Yeah, my heart just melts. So her name is Olive, and her Instagram is It's Olive Babes, which you can check out. She's very hyper at the moment. She just woke up from a nap. So she's running around playing with toys and stuff. But I picked her up on, when was it? When did I pick her up? Let me see. I picked her up around the 4th or 5th of November. So it's been nearly a month together, and she's grown so fast, and I'm obsessed with her. In the beginning, she hid under my bed in like my drawers, and then for the past couple of nights, she's been sleeping in my arms all night. So yeah, she's like a calico. Her mum is like a ginger cat who had 3 legs because she got eaten by something outside, and she went to go get spayed, the mum, and then when they took her for the appointment, they found out she was pregnant. So she ended up with this litter, and I went to go and visit them like 6 weeks ago, and I saw this little baby, and she was tiny, and then the next week I picked her up. She's about, how old? She's almost 12 weeks old, and she was actually a lot younger than I thought she was when I picked her up. She was 8 weeks. Oh, she was almost 8 weeks, and I thought she was already 8 weeks. And I know the recommended age is 12 weeks when you get a kitten. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, but she's doing really well. Like, she knows where her litter is. She sleeps a lot. She plays a lot. I have got her so many toys. She's really brave, and last night it just like, my heart, like before I got her, I felt like I had this is gonna sound so cheesy, I felt like I had like something that was missing, and this has been since Theo died. I just felt like it was painful. I thought like, I really just want a cat to cuddle. And when I thought about it, it was just, it hurt, you know? And then since I've had her, I've just been like so happy and so like content, and I don't have time to worry about things because I have to think about whether or not she needs food, or if she's being entertained enough or stimulated enough, or if she needs a wee or anything. So before, when I was working and I had breaks, I would like do what I could to take my mind off, like doom scrolling, and I don't know, I had some things in place to help. But now, like, I just have to play with her, and it's great. And my biggest worry is just if she's doing okay, and that's great. And I think she is doing really well, and I'm just like so happy to be her guardian for now, you know, because it's just temporary. But yeah, so love that. Yeah, last night I was gonna tell you, oh my god, my heart. So she's just started like sleeping in my arms a bit, but last night I was in bed on my phone and I was watching TikTok, and she was like laying by my leg, and then we were looking at each other a bit, and like, you know how apparently slow blinking means that you love each other. So I like slow blinked at her and she slow blinked at me, and then she was like pushing herself up against me, and then she came further up my arm, and then she put her arm on my arm, and then like we were slow blinking at each other. It was a magical moment. And then she like sat on me, like on my chest. Oh my god. And I just thought, like, she's so comforting. She's like a mini weighted blanket, warm and like cuddly and soft, and now I don't feel like that painful hurt anymore. And I'm like, she's cured me. Obviously not totally, because I've upped my dose of antidepressants, but I just feel I don't have that like pain anymore, which I know sounds so cheesy, but it's true. So I'm happy. I am mother. So yeah, if you hear rattling or jumping around or like unidentifiable noises in the background, it's probably her. Like that. What is she even doing? What are you doing? Oh, and sometimes she does that, like, you know when you wake a cat up from sleep and they go, "Brr." She does that a lot. And sometimes we play hide and seek, where I'll hide behind a door and then jump out at her, and then she'll do the same for me, and I'm like, we know each other, we can speak each other's language. And I just love her so much. I'm so excited to see like where things go and how she grows and stuff. So happy, happy, happy. I love her. Yeah, so Olive is her name and Beauty is her game. Come here. Come here. And also sometimes when I'm working, she's got a favourite blanket that it's like fleecy, that she like suckles on and makes biscuits. Excuse me, now's not the time. And when I'm working, if I put it in my lap, she'll sit on my lap and go to sleep. And sometimes when I've been in meetings, she's jumped on my shoulder and been playing in the background, so I'm just like, she's just a star, what can I say? Here, come here. And her eyes are changing colour too. Hey, hey. I don't know if you can see, but her eyes are changing from blue to like browny green, and she's perfect. Okay, on to the next thing. Other things that happened this month. I just checked my notes. So, I had to stop running because I got shin splints, and that was kind of frustrating because every time I get into running, something happens and I have to stop. Like, it's either my ankle twisting or spraining, or I get sick, or I had burnout, or I get shin splints, or the weather's not great, and I'm just like, maybe running's just not for me. So I've been swimming a bit more. I've been going to a gym with a pool, and I've been like doing pretty substantial swimmingness with it. Is that how you say it? No. But I've been like getting into a routine of trying to do 1,000 meters whenever I go. So I'll do like 10 laps of walking, 10 laps of swimming, 10 laps walking, 10 laps swimming. It's a 25-meter pool, so 40 laps is 1,000 meters. And then my reward at the end is sitting in a hot tub. And then I don't have to use water at my house because I shower at there, and I get dressed and then I walk home, so I have fresh air, I've got a workout, I've got a shower. Oh, it's great. So that was nice. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying swimming, and it doesn't hurt as much as running, which is nice to experience. Oh, I just pulled this out of a toy. That was making a loud noise, so I'll put that back later. Anyways, I also went to York with my family, which was really nice. We planned like a Christmassy York weekend or day. It was just a Sunday in York. And if you've never been to York before, it's really like cute and quaint and cobbly roads, and there was a Christmas market which is still up. I think it was like the first weekend of the Christmas market, and they were doing like roast chestnuts on the side and like hot chocolate and mulled wine. And so me, my brother and his girlfriend travelled up on the Saturday, and we stayed at like a Premier Inn. Also, on the way to the Premier Inn, we passed some cars that were going to a viewing point, and this was like at 11 p.m. or like midnight, and we think they were dogging, and I've never witnessed dogging in person. And we were like, oh, what are they doing? That's sneaky. So that was exciting. And then yeah, I stayed in my own room, which was nice. I love a Premier Inn or like a Travelodge. I can't remember which one it was, but that was nice. And then the next day we went to York, and it was me, my brother's girlfriend, my younger brother and his girlfriend, and then my mum and dad. So I was kind of like seventh wheeling, because I'm the only one that's single now, but that's okay. I was like the photo person of the day, and we got some really cute pictures. We went in this shop that was like a Christmas shop, so every room was decorated. I don't know if there was a different theme, but it was like fully decorated, and there was a queue outside because it was so like sought after. And there were like baubles, different colours in different rooms. I got some baubles. I got a gold heart that has like reindeer. You won't be able to see it, but that. And then I got like a small wooden star, which is really cute. And my little brother took a picture of my mum there, and it was such a cute picture. Like, she looks like she's in a winter wonderland. And it was really autumnal, and I got a picture taken with like falling leaves behind me, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm in Christian girl fall era. Excuse me, stop eating my charger. That's not for you. Come here. And then we walked around the market a bit, and we had lunch at The Botanist, which is like a chain, but it's really cute. There's like flowers and plants everywhere. And we had the table in like a separate room from everyone, and we had like roast dinner, and it was so gorgeous. I had a little cocktail, fancy pants, and that was really nice. And then we just went around the markets more and just had a nice day, and then we came home. Oh my god, we left at like 4 and I got home at like 1, because we had to drive down, and there was loads of traffic, and then I got the train. Oh, I just hate travelling sometimes, but it was a really nice day, so that was nice. And then what else have I been doing? I decluttered the other day. I did a big declutter of my living room. You know when you just have loads of stuff and you just feel like you want to, it just feels like your head is heavy. So I got rid of loads of boxes, and now I just look at my flat and I'm like, oh, it feels so nice. And sometimes I feel like I'm chasing after this feeling of being in a movie and it feeling really like perfect. And sometimes I have to remind myself that that feeling doesn't really exist in real life. But then when I decluttered and I was looking at my flat, I kept thinking like, this feels like that feeling. It feels really close to it. Like the lighting is really nice and everything is tidy and purposeful, and it just feels really nice. So that was like a highlight. And then I dyed my hair and I think I've ruined it. Like my hair on the top is very like limited anyway, but I think I left the dye on for too long and I put cling film on top of it. I don't know if you're meant to do that, but I always see it happening, and like I think some of my hair like melted and it's so dry now, so I need to go and find like hair masks or like conditioner or something. So maybe I went too far with it. But I needed to do the roots, and how are you just meant to do the roots when it's this short, you know? So, whoops. But yeah, other than that, I've just been working this month. Something that's exciting that's happening with my job. Or actually I've got quite a few bits of like fun information. So with my day job, I'm going to be running a business course in the new year. Which if you live in London you can sign up to, and it's free. You just have to like submit some documents to prove that you're like a citizen so that you can get funding for it, or the college can get funding for it, because it's like government based. I don't know, I don't have anything to do with that, but I've just been asked to run one of the courses, so that's exciting. And I feel like that can be like a bit of a career path, because I've been thinking about maybe offering mentoring sessions to queer freelancers. And I know that I don't have all the answers to anything, but I do get a lot of people in my inbox asking questions, and some of those questions are quite similar, and so I feel like people are looking for advice from me. And if I offered mentoring, it wouldn't be me telling you what to do, but it would be me telling you what I've done in those situations. So if you wanted to know about like printing and paper and where to get things from, what suppliers I use, or like how I made my website or decided on my prices for stationery, or how I get into doing markets or finding clients and things like that, I can just tell you what I've done, and we can have a call for like an hour or something. So that's something that I'm thinking about for maybe next year, and I think I'd like to take my career in that direction. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a couple of clients where I just offer it for free first to see what people think, if there's any improvements. And I know some of my friends want that kind of support, so I'd be like gift exchanging that for something that they do. So that's fun. And then yeah, I've applied to Access to Work, which I've spoken about before, but it's basically funding you can get from the government. So I've just remembered that I had an email from someone, and I don't know if I've missed a meeting that I'm meant to be in right now. I don't think I have. No, I think I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, so I've applied for Access to Work, which in my case will be money that will be given to a couple of people to help me do certain things. So like packing orders, or helping proofread the content that I put online, or helping me email people, because my ADHD makes it difficult to do those things. So it wouldn't be someone like replacing my work, but it would be someone helping me to do things that I really struggle with. I think it's looking good. The application is like done and I'm just waiting to hear back. But I'm working with someone now who is helping me and I'm just paying them out of pocket now, but I'm hoping that we can get backdated money to keep it going and I can keep them employed. But that's going really well and I feel really motivated when I'm working with them, and they're local and we met at like a queer fitness group, so they're like in the community and I feel comfortable with them, and we went for a coffee the other day and they're gonna help me pack the last bunch of Patreon orders for the year. And I'm thinking about making you all like the $10 and £10 and £18 tiers a little gift box for Christmas. So let me know if there's anything you want to see in there. But yeah, I want to give you a little thank you for sticking around. And I would just really, I don't know, I just would like to say thank you somehow. So yeah, I also need to really keep an eye on what I've already sent you, because I think I've sent you double of some things before. So that's something else I need help with a PA, because I forget. But I might send you all the Queer Kink calendars if I have enough. I don't know if I do, but maybe that will be the $18 tier, because I don't have many left. But yeah, so that's all exciting, and I've had a couple of people get in touch about client work for next year, and I have a good feeling about next year. I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of progress in my career, and like I think it will be good. So maybe in my next podcast I'll do a little like end of the year goals thing, or maybe we could have a live stream. How would you feel about that? Let me know. I'll put in another post to see if we can do a live stream and we can all talk about our goals for the year. Well, maybe while I'm drawing something, so that would be cute. Okay, the goals I set for this November. I had decorate my flat, which I have, and you can see. This is like a orange garland that I did myself, and then these are wooden beads that I put up. And it's just like command hooks that is keeping it up. This is an olive tree with fairy lights around it, and then a plant pot, and I have my advent presents in there, and then that is a stocking that a friend made me last year. So decorating is done. I made an advent calendar as well, which I didn't know if I was going to get around to doing, but that's all in there. So every day I have a parcel to pick out, and I've like correlated it with an event for the day, so that's exciting. And I think I'm gonna film, I don't know if I'm just gonna film weekdays or the whole week for Vlogmas, but maybe I'll do 3 weeks of Vlogmas and see, because I think it would be cute to film what I'm up to. The last goal was to go on a solo date, and that didn't happen because my massage was postponed until next week. That's okay, out of my control. So my goal for December is to go on a solo date for M, and then, oh no, I need to do that this week. I need to do M this week, because on Sunday I'm going to an orchestra, and that's O, and M comes before O. So I need to think of what I can do for M. Maybe go to a movie, but I don't want to leave Olive for too long. I will think about it. Maybe I'll go to Moshimo for dinner. Nice. Okay, still workshopping. And then I want to make New Year's resolutions. I love making New Year's resolutions. I just find it so nice to do, because I just love making goals. I love fresh starts. I love all that kind of thing. So yeah, that will be the goals for December. Let me know what your goals are. And I think that's it for this podcast. I hope you're doing well. I hope the winter's not been too harsh on you, mental health wise. I'm really grateful for all your support as usual. And I will chat to you next month. Okay. See you then. Bye.